Liverpool versus.
Everybody.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So that was disappointing at the end. It should have actually never happened.
I agree.
The best striker in the Premier League shouldn't have to flop.
Yeah. Before I even get into the ref decisions and all of that,
Other than because I think we had a really good game, but he just didn't make some of our chances. And that one that what's his name?
Wanyama.
Wanyama made. Dang.
Yeah. I was gonna say before I get into any other ref decisions and all of that, the first penalty that Kane misses, it shouldn't have even got to that point. And I hate to say it because Lovren had a pretty good game today. I was really proud of him. I thought he was really good, assured, nowhere near as faulty and as silly was he as far as in his playing as he was the game at Wembley. But you missed that ball, and it's offsides for sure. But you missed that ball. We're not even talking about it. It's a clearance or whatever. Um, so again, it's just the fact that we defended well all game. Karius was amazing today.
Yeah.
That penalty that he doesn't save is just it is what it is, man. The Wanyama shot that he talked about, nobody's stopping that. He hits that perfectly. I don't think he does that 9 times out of 10, but he hit it. Hats off to him. They got it. But we should not have dropped points in this game. We should have won this game. We didn't lose it, so I'm happy. But I just thought Salah had really two amazing moments in that game. He had two amazing moments in that game, and thankfully he did for us to get what we got. But we had so many other chances in that game, like Onyx said, that we should have capitalized on, and that's the frustrating thing. As good as we were today, it still came down to, no matter you want to talk about refs or not, it came down to us being in the lead and losing that lead. Luckily not losing the game, but losing the lead to a draw and walking away with 1 point. And Spurs will be going back to London pleased. You know what I mean? They know the ref gave them a get out of jail card today. And it's as simple as that. Like I said, we shouldn't have been in that position anyway, and it was offsides. I think it's laughable that anybody, especially from a Liverpool fan perspective, could say that any of those were penalties. There's people all over Twitter saying the first one wasn't, the second one was. The first one, first of all, was offsides, and Kane drags his foot into the keeper's hands and dives. There was never a foul there at all. Never. There was never a foul
striker in the Premier League shouldn't have to do that.
That's just ridiculous and to
You don't see Bobby Firmino doing that.
this is why personally I wouldn't mind VAR. Not that they would even get that. I would hope that they would get that right, but that's a terrible call, man. And the second one, I forget the guy's name on their team, but he's basically going down before Van Dijk is even moving his foot to motion towards him. He's buying that contact. He flops down. Neither one of those were penalties to me. Neither one. They weren't. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because we deserve to win that game. The way Salah just danced around 3 or 4 guys and got that goal off was just amazing. And we'll remember it now because of 2 bad decisions. And I don't like to blame refs for anything, but this one, that's a tough way to end the game. It really is, and that'll be the conversation I think out of this game, and not that we pretty much dominated Spurs. People will say that they played much better in the second half. They got a goal in the second half. That doesn't mean they played much better. That's a goal away from distance. Wanyama never makes that 9 times out of 10. He was a little bit lucky. I don't think they played better necessarily, in my opinion. Go ahead.
I think that they didn't do well at all in the first half, and they just did like a little better in the second half. There wasn't really that much change for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really see much that changed. I mean, we took Kane totally out of the game. He may have had another chance.
I barely saw Kane.
He may have had another chance at some point in the game. I don't remember it. But like I said, Karius was a beast today. I mean, he really, really was good today. Clearing the ball. Communication still seems a bit odd. There were certain moments there where ball was going through. Lovren and Van Dijk were kind of looking at each other, looking at the keeper, and finally he'd come up and grab it and kick it away. But seriously, for the most part, he played really, really well. A lot of people will say, oh, he's our keeper now. Pump the brakes. That's one game that he played really, really good. He was good. He was decent in Huddersfield too. But let's see if he can keep that up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hurt because you know that's 3 points that should be ours. It really should. You know, we didn't allow Tottenham to pass us, so that's really good. We're still in the same position. We got to see what happens with Chelsea
Wait,
tomorrow.
Chelsea versus who?
Watford. So right now we're still, you know, in a good place. It wasn't the worst result to get, but again, I'm not one of those people that's like, I'll take a draw. You know, this should have been a win. It wasn't. We got to move on. There's nothing you can really do. I thought the subs were fine. They made sense. It's just rough. It's just rough because that game was there for the taking, and you know, to have such an amazing moment there with Salah with his second goal, and then
that was
to have
amazing.
that be called at the end like that is just really hurtful. But I'm proud of the team. I think a lot of us probably kind of had some frustrations with the lineup when we first saw it. I thought Trent was amazing. I think I said that at halftime. Trent was really good today. I think was the better of the two fullbacks, if I'm honest, defensively and getting forward. Robertson just wasn't really that great as far as putting balls in the box. But honestly, I think everybody played really good today. Milner, Henderson, pressing in the midfield.
Milner
we definitely dominated that midfield team
Henderson had a good game actually.
Yeah, Henderson was good. Milner was good too.
Yeah.
But I just love this team, man. We kept fighting, and to get that goal like we did back was good. And it's a good thing we did. It's a good thing that, you know, Harry Kane missed that first one. Or I shouldn't say missed it. He
It's a good thing that Carrier.
Yeah, Carrier stopped it. So, anything else you want to say, man?
All I have to say is player ratings.
Okay, let's do player ratings. Carriers.
8.
Yeah, I thought Carriers was good.
Yeah, he was really good to me.
I'd probably say 9, man. I think Carriers was 8. 8's probably a fair one. I thought Carriers was really good today. Probably the best I've seen him in a long time. So yeah. I thought that was good for him. What do you think about Trent Alexander-Arnold?
8 and just 8. Also.
Yeah, I think that's a good rating for him. I thought Trent was really good going forward defensively, interrupting things, getting up and down the field. Really good, and hopefully Gomez's injury is not anything major.
Gomez was injured?
We found out before the game that he had a little knock. I don't know how serious it is, but that's what kept him out. But I thought Trent was really good today.
What's
he played
a
like
knock?
that at home. An injury. So, Lovren.
I think he had a really good game, actually. He cleared a lot of balls. I would give him a 8.
Yeah, I thought Lovren was good. One of his best games for me in a while. And to see the trust Klopp put in him and he repaid that, I thought was really good. So, yeah, proud of Lovren. Had a really good game today, I thought. Excuse me with the camera. I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. So let's go with Jesus. Let's go with Matip. I'm sorry, not Matip. Van Dijk.
But yeah. 8.5. I think he had a good game. I think he actually could have scored because there was this one when it went like that and it went too high. He could have scored there, but he had a really good game.
Yeah, I think the defense, again, the whole team, there's not many people that would get, I think, lower than a 7 in this game. So I go with that for Van Dijk. A little unlucky, yeah, to get some of those set-piece opportunities, chances. But again, there were so many times we were on breaks and, you know, a better pass here or there, and we get a goal, and we're not even talking about this right now. But, you know, it didn't happen. Yeah, Van Dijk, I would say, you said 8?
Yeah, I said 8.5, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Robertson.
I didn't really see much of him, but what I did see, he was good. What I did see of him, so I would give him a 7.5.
Yeah, I want to see more with him when it gets to the opposing
Because
teams.
I've seen Robertson with Everton. He can do really, really.
What do you mean with Everton?
I'm not with Everton. Like when we were playing against
Okay.
Everton, he did really good. I want that to keep on happening with every team that he plays against.
Yeah. I just want to see him do a bit better when we
Yeah.
have the ball in the other team's box. He looks a little scatterbrained sometimes. He doesn't really know what he's doing, or he's a little out of control. Um, but yeah, I think seven's probably good for him. Emery, I thought Emery was really good today. What do you give him?
Um, yeah, he was actually really good today, and he was stealing balls a lot. Um, and 8. He was really good.
All right, Hendo.
Henderson, he did really good. He had some good passes. I didn't actually see bad in him this game actually.
Yeah, I thought Henderson was good.
I would give him a 8.
I thought even probably a lot of people thought he was really good at Huddersfield. I didn't think he was that great, but I think today he was really good and was really effective there in the midfield. Honestly, Milner.
Milner, he was kind of the same as Henderson, I think, but Hendo was a little more effective. But I would give Milner 7.5.
Okay, yeah, that's about 5, I think. Mane.
Mane, he's better than Salah. He had a really good game. He was speeding the ball. He was dancing around other players, like you said. He shouldn't have and could have gotten a goal. So I would give him a 8.5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rate him that high personally. I would say maybe 6.5, 7. He did. I mean, I don't want to be too tough on him either. 'Cause he did. Again, he's getting in the right moments and right places. It's just not coming off, and that's the frustrating part. I'm sure that's what's frustrating to him because I don't know how many times in a row now you could say that he's doing the right things, but the final outcome isn't just not. It's not developing for him. So maybe a 7. I thought Firmino. Did we do Salah? No, let's go to Firmino. Let's go to Firmino.
Bobby Firmino, I think he had a really good game, better than Mane's. He couldn't have gotten a goal. I think he was really good this game. He couldn't have gotten like 4 goals. He couldn't have gotten a hat-trick, in my opinion. I'll give him a 9.
Okay. Yeah, I thought Firmino was his usual self, very, very active. I just love how he just comes up and mugs guys off the ball, pushes them off, muscles them, gets the ball, and gets things going back the other way. Did that a lot today. He was his typical self, everywhere, working hard, just crazy out there playing in a good way, of course. Yeah, so I agree with that. Salah, to me, is probably man of the match. I mean, you just can't. 2 goals, another game with 2 goals in it. This guy is just phenomenal.
I mean, if he hadn't, and he worked for those 2 goals, it would have been something else if someone had done an assist. But he stole those balls. He was dancing. The second one was great. He was dancing around place and then just scored.
Yeah, well, the first one he didn't really have to work for, in my opinion, too much. But it doesn't matter. He scored the goal. The second one for sure was the second goal for sure was just
amazing.
I mean, the talent this guy has is just at the end of the game they were talking about Messi and how he creates space for himself, and it was a Messi-esque goal. I don't know if I go that far. I don't know if I really need to compare him to Messi. At the end of the day, it was an amazing move. He's done things like that all season. There's no fluke. He finds a way to just break dudes down. Where you just think, he's showing them the ball right in front of them. They can't get it. His feet are too fast, man. He's a pretty dancer, man. That's all I call him, the pretty dancer. He's just, his feet, man, he's just so fast, so nifty, so crafty with it. I love him. I love it, man. So, yeah, just you're gonna try to swallow this one, man. This is a tough one, but again, Liverpool is showing that we can rock with these big teams, so-called, big teams in this league. We can do it. You know what I mean? And that never really worries me. It's more the other teams, that I feel like we might turn off from time to time mentally. But we were there in that game for the whole game, I think, until that moment maybe at the end where Lovren kind of just mistimes that ball, gets through, offsides or not. You can't have those kind of fumbles, if you will, at the end of games like that. You've been doing so well. You got to see those games through. So again, that's disappointing. But we got to just go again. That's as simple as that. So yeah, it's a tough one to take, of course, but we just got to keep fighting. Got to keep fighting, and on to the next game. So unless you have anything else to say, man, sign off.
That's enough for Liverpool versus everybody.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.